Hello, everybody. This is Knight, and today we're on Epic 7 doing a character overview for Kayron. He is a fire thief of the Aries astrology. And before we even get into the stats and the kit and everything like that, I just wanted to say that his character model and the concept behind his design is perfect. I think they did a great job. I like how his sword's floating and he has this purple, powerful glow aura going around him. So that's great. But not only that, his character plot line was actually great in the story. I like how he's the little puppet master behind, I guess you would call it, the moonlight versions of the characters, or the different sides of them. But yeah, so that's just something I thought was intriguing. But yeah, so let's get into his kit. And all right, now going into his kit, the thing that I noticed is that they're making him a tanky thief. All right. Now he has a lot of sustainability. So it's hard to focus him out knowing that he's the damage dealer. All right. Now, a lot of people go into it seeing who your damage dealer is and just focusing them. Now with Kayron, they have to double think that. They can't just go for it, because if they don't kill him, it could backfire and cost them the whole arena match. All right. Now he was a character I went for. I did like 400 bookmarks for him. I didn't get him. I did get the 5-star artifact that I'm using on my Elson, for, by the way, since they increased the cooldowns. He uses his one more often, so I'm healing a lot better. And yeah, but yeah, that's just a whole nother thing. But I used the 400 bookmarks, didn't get them. I'm kind of sad. I recorded the video, but the audio's messed up. I might still put it up. It's actually uploaded, but it's on private. But yeah, I might do that for you guys and just throw it up there. But let's get into the kit. Skill 1, Void Slash, attacks with the sword with a 35% chance to decrease hit chance for one turn, dealing damage proportional to the caster's lost health. Alright, and if you soul burn it, it increases damage dealt. It doesn't. Okay, hold on. It goes up to 50% when you increase it to skill 5. So 5 skill enhances, and you will get the 50% for the decreased hit chance. Alright, now that's his skill Void Slash, skill 1. Skill 2 is a passive Immortal Wheel. It grants immortality for one turn when the caster receives lethal damage and resets skill cooldown of Apocalypse. Can only be activated once every 9 turns. On the caster's turn, when buffed and using Void Slash, this skill will become an AoE attack and does not trigger dual attack. Alright. Now you can enhance it to reduce the cooldown to 6 instead of 9. Now, the first thing I thought about when I saw this move was if the passive from what is it, Prophetic Candlestick, if that works towards his passive, and if it does, I think that's going to be a great card on him, because he will be getting hit unless people are kind of smart and they try to save him for last. But at the same time, like I said, that could backfire because he's still going to be doing his damage regardless of what they're doing. It probably won't be as great, but he's still a thief character. But yeah. And on top of that, you have the fact that he turns your skill 1 into an AoE attack. So now you have the chance to decrease hit chance on half the enemy team on average. So 2 out of 4 enemies. All right. And that's on average, and you hit when you hit them while you're buffed. All right. So that's what happens when you're buffed with Kayron. All right. When you're buffed, the skill 1 becomes AoE. All right. Now his skill 3 is Apocalypse. Attacks the enemy by exploding the archdemon's might contained within their sword, increasing attack of the caster for 2 turns. If the enemy is defeated, extends any buff granted to the caster by 1 turn. Deals damage proportional to the caster's lost health. Alright, now the increase in attack is originally 1 turn, and if you awaken it, you can get it to 2 turns. Alright. And if the enemy is defeated, extends any buffs granted to the caster by 1 turn. That part, you can extend any buff you currently have on him when you do this move and you kill somebody. All right. So that's an important part of this third ability. And now after that, you have deals damage proportional to the caster's lost health, which means the more damage the more health he loses, the more damage he does. And that's on his skill 3 and his skill 1. All right. Now it's 6-turn cooldown, and you can get it to go down to 5 turns if you skill enhance it 3 times. So that's good to notice. Now, okay, let's get into the combo aspect of how his kit works. All right. So what you want to do first is with Kayron, I'm pretty sure he's going to prioritize the 3 skill over the 1 skill. So he's going to do Apocalypse when he's on auto. And if you manual it, you can choose the target to kill with Apocalypse. But since you're at full health, it's not going to do that great of damage. So they probably need to have damage on them already. So you got to have somebody to help out with his damage dealing while he's healthy. All right. Um, but yeah, so when you do that, let's say you use Apocalypse for the kill hit, you'll get the attack buff. All right, for 2 turns, you'll hit him, and then after you hit him and you kill him, the attack buff will get extended from 2 turns to 3 turns. All right. Now that's how the skill 3 works. And then after you do that attack, let's say they follow up by killing him, he comes back to life, and then you can use Apocalypse again. So you can do this move again, take out another target, and extend your buff by another turn. That's if you do it that way. I mean, if you're actually getting kills every time you use Apocalypse. So it can chain really well depending on team comp and how everything's going. And it doesn't just have to be his buff. If you have a buffer on the team, that'll help him as well. Or artifact that works. All right. Now, okay, let's go into the skill 1 a little bit more. Because let's say you use the skill 3, you don't kill nobody. And so you just got the attack buff for 2 turns. They're hurt. But your next attack, since you're buffed, when you use your skill 1, it'll be an AoE. All right, it'll be an AoE only for 1 turn, but it'll still be AoE for that turn. All right, now you'll hit everybody and have a chance of decreasing hit chance for half of them, and that's still a great little combo even without you getting the kill with Apocalypse. So even if you don't get a kill with Apocalypse, it still has this use with your skill 1. So that's great to note. All right, now let's get into some stats because I can be here all day talking about this kit. I like the concept behind him. A tanky, sustainable thief, and I think it's great. And it's a nice. It's going to be a nice surprise for people when they attack your arena defense. All right, now his stats right here, he aren't the greatest. He has 611 attack, 3,881 health, 112 speed. The speed is good. All right. Okay, and his defense is 432, and the defense is lackluster. All right, it's not that amazing, but his speed and health are his best stats that he got going for him right now. And this is at 5-star, not awakened. But if we awaken it, they need to fix that. I hate that it does that. Like I clicked it, but it just closed down because it didn't register my click in that exact location. But anyway, so at his awakened stats, it's 4,000. Well, okay, let's start with the attack. It's 785 attack. Still, it's like the attack of a knight, so not great. His health is 4,221. His speed is 114. His defense is 432. So he didn't. I don't think he got any defense. His speed went up too, so that's good. His health also went up, and his health is great right now. Like his health right now is typically what the average thief has when they're 6-star. So his health is great. Now, if we just move this over to 6-star, his attack goes to 980, which is below the 1,000 threshold I like to have for all thieves. So but he has the scaling potential to make up for that, especially with the stat increase for his health. So we'll see if I ever get him anyway. And his health is 5,299. That's extremely great for a thief. I think probably the highest for a thief character in the game. I'm not quite sure on that. Somebody could check for me. His speed is 118, so yet again it just keeps increasing. That's only better. And his defense is 536, so not as bad as it once was, but still not as great as it could be. All right. Now you don't want to make him super tanky for the fact you want him to take some sort of damage relatively easily, but you don't want him to be so squishy that he can just get one-shotted. That's what you do not want. All right. Now, a couple build ideas I had for him was lifesteal and crit. That was the first thing that stuck out. That stuck out to me was the fact that since you want him to lose health, but you don't necessarily want him to lose health just to die. You want him to be able to recover some of that health that he lost with the scale, with his moves based upon that scaling. So he loses 60% health. Now he does more damage based upon losing that 60%. But when he does that move, he'll recover that health back with that just happened with that increased damage. All right. So that's the reason I was saying life steal and then crit is because you want him to still be a damage dealer. And he'll only have the 2 slots left for another set. All right. You could go for health as well, so it's all personal preference, but I think life steal and crit would be nice. And now for his artifacts. Oh, my bad. Misclicked again. All right, now for artifacts. Oh yeah, I do this every overview. I keep forgetting. Artifacts. We have Rihanna and Lucella, and this goes great for any thief, so it's always recommended. So a lot of you people out there might already know what this is, and I'm just going to read the effect. It has a 10% chance to be granted an extra turn at the end of the turn, can be activated once per turn, and you can max it out to get a 20% chance over a 10%. All right. Now the other one I recommend is Wind Riders, the other thief artifact tier 5. And this one, it gives you stealth and increases attack by 30% for 1 turn when the enemy is defeated. And you can level this up to max to get it to be a 60% attack buff. When the enemy is defeated. All right. Now, this one stuck out to me is because you want him, first of all, to get buff so he can proc the AoE on his skill 1. Second, it has the kill factor that also goes into his skill 3. How the skill 3, when you kill somebody, you extend buff durations. And this, when you kill somebody, you go into stealth and you gain attack. Now, I'm I'm pretty sure I haven't tested out, but I'm pretty sure the stealth goes off before the increase or the extend buff duration. So if it works out that way, this card will be amazing for him because you'll get stealth. So not only that, the people won't be able to focus him the way they want to. They would have to have a team full of AOE attacks or just a AOE attacker on the team that does massive amount of damage in order to actually hit him and reveal him. But yeah, so he goes into stealth and then he gets that attack buff for the next time he's ready to attack. So that's going to be great. But yeah, that's a Wind Rider. Now you have a 4-star artifact. The only one I really liked from here was Dust Devil. And I'm pretty sure they gave this out for free at some point. I think it was during the last event, the Destina event. It feels like so long ago I can't even remember. But yeah, this artifact has a 15% chance to attack again with the basic attack after attacking with the basic attack if the target survives. Can be activated once per turn. All right, now you can get this up to a 30% chance if you max it out. Now, what this allows you to do is to use your skill 1, and in that same turn, if it procs, it'll hit them again with the skill 1. So potentially, you could have Kayron doing 2 AoEs in 1 turn and potentially blinding the whole team. Well, not blinding them, excuse me. Decreasing hit chance, all right, for the whole team. So that is great. That is great. So Dust Devil is a good artifact to use if you don't have any of the 5 stars. And 3 stars, I have a couple of troll picks in here, really. And the first one being Forest Totem. All right. Not only does it give Kayron a buff that he can use to have, and he has 100% uptime if you can get it to proc. So that's another great thing. It gives him a buff to use for his skill 3 that he can extend. It has 100% uptime, and it also heals him based upon his maximum health. And since you're going to be building health on him, that's going to be great. All right. Now, this is Forest Totem. It gives you 800 health at max enhanced level. So that's great as well. Just to note. That's my first troll free-to-play pick. All right. Now, you could also use Ascending Axe. This will give him increased hit chance. Increases critical hit chance of the caster by 5% after making a critical hit. Effect can only stack up to 3 times. And you can max it out to get a 10% per stack instead of the 5%. This would be great. for him as well. You know, it's not really a troll pick, but it'll help you make him more of a damage dealer without putting too much focus on building stats in the crit area. All right, now where is it at? Prophetic Candlestick is another one that I would like to mention, and I brought it up when we were discussing earlier. That if he gets hit, and if this does work, it could be trollish because you can allow him to use his immortality multiple times in a fight rather easily, depending upon how people choose to focus him. All right. Now, this gives you a 20% chance to reduce cooldown by one turn when attacked. Can be activated once per turn. And you can skill it up to have it have a 40% chance to reduce cooldown by one. All right. So, this is Prophetic Candlestick. That is another pick. Now, mm, I wouldn't really. I mean, you also got Ancient Sheath. It goes with any character really that's meant to deal damage. All right, especially with their basic skill. And since he has an AOE basic skill, this will be great for him. And it's not trollish, but it's another great free to play card you can use or artifact. And yeah, that's the artifact for Kayron. All right, and not only that, I said I would use a lifesteal and crit set for him. I would stand by that. And another thing is his stat priority. I would actually focus health over attack because he scales better with it. And not only that, his moves work better based upon the health rather than the attack itself. All right. So I would put the main focus in health, secondary focus in attack, and then just fill the rest out with crit hit damage, or speed. Yeah. But that's it for Kayron. I hope this guide will help everybody, this little overview. And I will see you guys in the next one.